Oneness is one of the most abused words in spirituality. People hear it and imagine emotional unity, cosmic hugs, dissolving into bliss, or some permanent state of love and light. But that isn't what oneness actually means. And misunderstanding it can trap you in a subtle delusion for years. Today, we're going to clear this up. When most people talk about oneness, they're talking about an experience, a feeling of connection, a mystical state, a moment where boundaries seem to dissolve. But oneness is not an experience. It is not a feeling. It's not a mood. And it's not a spiritual high. Oneness is the nature of reality before the mind divides it. And if you mistake the experience for truth, you will chase something that was never lost. One of the biggest misunderstandings is equating oneness with emotional harmony. People think, if I feel love for everyone, I've realized oneness. If I feel connected to nature, I'm in oneness. No. Emotional states come and go. They rise and fall. They are movements in consciousness. Oneness is not a movement. It does not depend on whether you feel love or irritation. It does not disappear when someone disagrees with you. It does not weaken when conflict arises. If your oneness collapses the moment someone offends you, it wasn't oneness. It was a mood. Oneness remains when the emotional weather changes. Another mistake. People think realizing oneness means the individual disappears. They fear they won't exist anymore, that their personality will dissolve, that they'll become some blank spiritual robot. But that's a misunderstanding. What dissolves is the belief that the individual is separate from the whole. The wave doesn't disappear when it realizes it's the ocean. It still moves. It still has form. It still has shape. But it no longer fears that it's the ocean. Oneness doesn't erase you. It corrects your misunderstanding of what you are. This one traps many seekers. They have a profound awakening. They feel expanded, radiant, and open. They think, this is it. This is oneness. Then the state fades. Now they believe they've lost it. They try to recreate the experience. Meditate harder. Detach more. Suppress more. But oneness is not a high. Bliss is a state. Clarity is a state. Silence is a state. But all states change. Oneness is what is present before, during, and after every state. If it can be gained, it can be lost. Oneness cannot be gained. It is already the case. Here's where it gets deeper. Even the word one implies contrast. One versus many. Unity versus division. But reality is not one in opposition to many. It is prior to that distinction. The mind creates categories: subject and object, self and other, inner and outer. Oneness is simply what remains when those conceptual lines are seen through. It is not a giant cosmic object called the One. It is the indivisible nature of what is. Before thought says this and that, there is just what is. That is oneness. Here's the trap most don't see. The ego can claim oneness. It says, I understand it. I live in unity. I've transcended separation. Now identity reforms around being the one who knows. that is still separation. The idea of being more spiritually unified than others is the final disguise of division. Realization doesn't make you superior. It makes you ordinary again. It makes you natural, uncomplicated, and not trying to be anything. Oneness does not inflate the self. It exposes that there was never a separate self to inflate. Oneness is misunderstood because the mind tries to turn it into an object, into an experience, into a state, into a belief. But it is none of those. It is the simple fact that there has never been two. Not you and the world, not spirit and matter, not inner and outer. Just this. Already whole, already undivided, already complete. And nothing needs to happen for it to be so. If this resonated with you, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone ready to experience life beyond thought. Comment below. What definition of oneness did you have before hearing this? I read every comment. If you would like to support my work directly, you can do so at buymeacoffee.com/magnumopus333. Or you can explore some original merchandise at my Teespring store online. The link is in the description below. Remember, your consciousness is the key that unlocks reality. Let's keep unlocking it together. Thank you for watching. Until next time.